Children are like little sponges and absorb everything we do. So the question is, how is your dining etiquette?
Very good question for all of us. Grace Lee, international business and social etiquette coach, joins us with the 5 things moms should never do at the dinner table with their kids. Hello, Grace. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm very interested to find out what motivated you to write this book.
Well, you know, everybody says, everybody is so rude. You know, why? So I thought, okay, it's time to write. Because I've been talking about this for many years, and nobody said, no, we don't need etiquette.
It does seem like in restaurants, I mean, it's not, it's manners in general besides etiquette that kids need to learn these days.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the dining is where we start.
Okay.
Okay. Columbia University reported that children that have regular dinners with their family are healthier. Okay. Teenagers that have regular meals with their family, they tend to get A's. And they refuse alcohol and tobacco and drugs. So what do you think it is? It's not just about dinner.
Right. I think it's the fact that they're sitting down, parents are having conversations with them. They're teaching their kids to open up to them and to be honest and to say, how was your day? And I mean, when I was growing up, we always had dinner at the table. And we were always in sports. So our dinners would be like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night because we would all be home. But my mom was never like, here's a pizza for you, Amanda, you eat that. And then when your dad gets home, he's going to eat by himself. And your sisters, no, we were always at the table.
Exactly. And at the table, I remember when I sat down with my family and I would be able to share my, you know, what happened today, and my mother would be supportive, my father, and then I watched my mother and father flirting.
Oh, that's cute.
It made me feel safe.
Yeah.
Everything was fine. Okay, so that's what actually dinners are about, okay? So sit down and have dinner. The other thing I want to talk about is don't scold your kids at the dinner table.
Okay.
No negatives.
Okay.
You know, you get stomach ache, right? When you get tummy ache, that's where the ulcers come in. Okay, so no scolding, and then even with the spouses back and forth, conversation should be no arguments.
Yeah. That's hard to do, I think, for a lot of families because all of a sudden they get down, it's the first time they've seen them all day. And if they had a fight earlier or something happened, then that's the moment where it's like, I can't take it anymore, I have to ignite the fight.
But isn't that the time for, I mean, the things that my parents would say that, you know, maybe I took as negative because I was a little kid was, don't hold your fork like that, you know, and don't hold the knife like that. So that is the time then
that is definitely
to explain
the time.
That, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, it's like everybody's very busy, so what you do is have the children help you to cook, to prepare for the food. That's how they learn. They learn how to cook. Then you have other children, you help them set the table. They learn to set the table. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's how they learn. I mean, children are there to learn how to grow up and be successful.
Right. And become creatures of habits. I mean, that's essentially like what it is you're creating good habits.
Yes. But it's not negative, you know, how to use the fork and so forth. If you say it in a nice way, you just know that your parents are doing the best for you.
Right.
Okay, so the next one is don't make the children eat everything on their plate. Don't put a lot on their plate.
That's deadly.
Okay. Yeah, because they, you know, your stomach stretches out and you become fat.
See, and I am a person that I always have to finish everything on my plate. Even if I don't want to, if it's on my plate, I have to eat it.
So put a little bit on little at a time.
I have no portion control either.
And don't forget, my stomach is this small. Children's much smaller.
Right.
So you don't want to stretch it. And you don't want to serve junk food because when you serve junk food, it has no nutrition. So your body says, give me more, more food.
Right. It's not satisfied.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I like these.
Okay.
What's the next one?
The next one is leave your phone away. Don't bring it to the table, especially kids.
Oh, yeah.
Unless, of course, some people can't live without, especially the adults. They can't live without there. So it's about spending time with the person that's right in front of you. Can you imagine you're making conversation, the phone rings, it's like, oh, sorry.
Right. No,
I just find it so
absolutely
rude.
Not.
And I think as you go out to dinner, you see more couples that are supposed to be present and enjoying the time together, and they're both sitting on their phone. Or you see a family, and every one of their children have either their iPad out, their iPhone out, and it's like, that's not creating what you want to create.
Yes.
And so what's our last thing?
Last thing is table setting.
All right. You're putting us to the test now, aren't you?
So, of course, this is a charger. Okay, I don't know why they call it a charger.
I know.
It doesn't look like a charger, but this is a decorator plate. You don't eat on it.
Right.
This is your dinner plate. Now, the fork goes on your left-hand side.
Right. This is my little fork too.
No, I'm doing an informal.
Oh,
Okay.
she's doing an informal.
Yeah, I'm doing an informal.
Okay.
For right now.
Which is what we'd all have normally at dinner.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And this is a knife that goes on the right-hand side, and the blade always faces the plate.
Right.
Okay.
There's a big old story on that, but we don't have time today.
Okay.
And the soup is always on the left-hand side.
Really?
I'm sorry, no.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry, right-hand side. I'm so sorry.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
okay.
Thank you. That was a quiz.
You passed.
And of course, the spoon is also on the right-hand side. And one of the ways to, one more thing. And the cups and drinks are always on the right-hand side.
Okay.
And the bread plate is left side.
Okay.
And how do you remember that? Is B,
B.
Okay.
B, and D. So like this.
B and D.
Yes, B and D. D is for drinks on this side.
Oh, okay.
And B is for bread on that side.
Nice.
So you remember. If you don't remember, you do it under the table.
Right.
That is
We're
a
setting the
good
table.
way to remember. Everyone's got their hands down. They're looking, okay, I got it.
Okay.
Well, Grace, thank you so very much for your time this morning. This
Good
was
tips.
wonderful. It was wonderful tips.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
And you can get a free download of Fearless Table Manners on Grace's website, graceleeinternational.com.
Well, coming up on the Morning Blend, splash into a cooler summer. We'll tell you how you can play poker at a wave pool and help others at the same time.
Plus, we'll shift gears and talk about the top trends on 4 wheels. Stay where you are.